What does everyone think of my new background? Let me. It's very blue and purple. Um, it is a room, a very cozy, dreamy room. Behind me is a window, an expansive window with clouds and a moon, sheer curtains. As always, I'm sitting by my desk with my Dr. Pepper can this time. There's also an assortment of plants. If you want a more detailed image description of my background and my model, I'm including that in my description now, from now on, so that blind people can enjoy that, and that way, if I get a new viewer, they can look below and see what my background looks like. I'm going for a cozy vibe today. Also, I included the background with the moon because I'm hoping that it will inspire some good tarot cards today. First, I want to talk about like VTubing because I haven't really addressed my experience with it so far. I really wanted to start VTubing because it seemed a little more accessible to me. Uh, I was put off by the idea of trying to film myself, being unable to see the angle of the camera, having to set up lights, having to judge whether or not the lighting was good, not only for a blind person but for a visual person. That seemed quite challenging to me, not to mention average lighting changes throughout the day if it took me a while to film a video or if I wanted to film it in different takes. VTubing allows for streaming or making videos whenever, whatever the time of day, whatever the lighting situation. All you really need is to worry about audio. For me, that is much easier than having to be concerned with the visual aspects as well. Because VTubing's so aesthetically pretty that as long as I know I have a nice model, I'm able to get that working okay. I can find a background and stick it in OBS, and that will allow me to film or stream whatever I want. I don't have to worry about the lighting or the angle or accidentally knocking over my tripod. Additionally, VTubing allows me to be more tolerant of my voice. I find my voice to be very squeaky and high pitched, which can be cute, but I find it's more tolerable for me as an editor coming out of the mouth of a cute anime person. I went with the Dr. Pepper today instead of the hot chocolate because I'm feeling Dr. Pepper vibes today. Not sponsored, although if Dr. Pepper wants to sponsor me, please do. If you want to send me money, that'd be cool. But also, if you just want to send me like a lifetime supply of Dr. Pepper, I will enjoy that. And I'm sure you'll get something out of the spawn too. I don't know. I'm really enjoying my new background. It's very peaceful. I also needed to take down my Christmas tree because it is. I also needed to take down my Christmas tree because it is in the middle of January now. Apparently, it's no longer acceptable to have a Christmas tree up. I think I want to pull a tarot card. Let me get my tarot deck. I'm back. Did you entertain yourselves while I was gone? Very good, chat. I have retrieved my deck. I'm not super experienced with tarot yet. I've been practicing for a few months now. And I really enjoy tarot. It's fun to look at and research and apply each card to my life or something that's going on in my life. It helps me to reflect. Oops, sorry about that. It helps me to reflect on my day and acts as kind of like a journaling prompt. I'm using the Fountain Tarot deck. It's very pretty. I feel like anyone with light perception might really enjoy this deck because the edges are silvery and shiny. I feel like you can make it accessible by braille labeling or using something like a pen friend to mark each card and record a description of uh, the picture of the card, the name, and maybe a few traits that you associate with the card. It does come with a booklet with descriptions of the cards and what they mean, what the different suits mean. That's very helpful. You can potentially scan that or take a picture of it with your phone and read it that way. You can also forego the booklet entirely if you want to and use the internet as a resource. And eventually, as you practice more, you won't have to rely as much on outside sources. Alright, I've shuffled the deck. I think I want to... I'm gonna put the top half on the bottom now. The cards are also very big, so the accessibility is increased by how large the picture is. It's very nice. Right, I would like to concentrate on my experience with uh, my YouTube channel for this next month. I've already done one for the year of 2026, which I have made a video about. But for now, I'm going to focus on this month of January. Ooh. Okay, I pulled the 10 of coins. However, it is reversed. My brain was trying to say upright, and I'm like, that's not right. It's reversed. The 10 of coins displays a shining vault with intricate designs around it, and inside the little door you can see shiny round gold coins. Alright, so 10 of coins reversed. Let's see. I've grown a bit fearful of reverse cards because they seem more negative, and I'm trying to learn how to break out of that mindset because just because I pull a card and it's reversed or the meaning seems negative doesn't necessarily mean it has to have a negative impact on my life or the meaning in which the card takes in my life. Flipping through my little book. Let's see. Alright. It says that the 10 of coins represents true riches. The upright position has a meaning of abundance, prosperity, stability, devotion, family matters, legacy, or be bequest. Okay, so reverse, that means chance, financial or emotional loss, a bad risk, unfavorable odds. See what I meant about the reverse cards? They rarely sound fun or happy, or they rarely sound like they bode well for my life. But I'm going to try to interpret this as it applies to my life and try not to think about it as it's something that's too negative. So apparently, um, chance, chance is the first one. I could definitely see that as relating to my YouTube channel because it's still very new. VTubing is also still fairly new compared to the general idea of needing to show your face. Um, that's coming around slightly. It's coming into fashion a little bit more with the rise of streamers and gaming. You typically see YouTubers streaming the game and sometimes talking, but you don't always see their face. And so that is a bit of a chance as well, and that I don't know necessarily where this is gonna go. I've just started it. It's me taking a chance on something new. Now, financial or emotional loss. I could interpret this as like uh, loss of money, loss of a connection to someone, but it could also mean, me investing a lot of my time into YouTube. I am doing something now where I'm challenging myself to post every day for about a month. That can definitely be an emotional loss because I'm spending a lot of my time filming, editing, writing scripts, that kind of thing, thinking about what I want to share. And that could be a loss of time. Maybe it could be a loss of time with people that I care about, and so maybe I need to be sure to um be sure to prioritize my loved ones. All right. Yeah, tarot is interesting because I think that it's a way to explore, reflect, and communicate. I think that it's a way to apply meaning to your life and to communicate meaning to others. And I think that it invites a lot more interpretation um, and self-given meaning than your um, typical vibes associated with like a psychic or a palm reader. This is a little more independent. It allows you to reflect and gain meaning yourself. And so if I don't like these cards, I don't like the Ten of Coins reversed, that doesn't necessarily have to mean that I am destined to lose all my money and all my happiness. It doesn't have to be that scary. It can mean whatever I want it to mean and whatever it needs to mean for me. If anyone has experience with tarot, I'll be posting a video about my 2026 reading for the year, probably today or tomorrow, depending on how editing goes. But I've been really interested in tarot again and kind of reflecting more on that. I'd hope to maybe do another video following this month and kind of reflect on how my experience with the Ten of Coins reversed went. If you're in chat now, I'm interested in your experience with tarot. If you're watching this later, I'd love to know your experience in the comments. See, behind me there is a moon, and I'd love to know what the moon would mean for me in terms of, like, if I had pulled that one, since there's a moon imagery here. So I think I'm going to pretend, pretend like I pulled the moon, and see what the meaning is. Ooh. The moon is one of my favorite cards, man, because it's really pretty and it's got such an air of mystery to it. I have a few shirts with the moon tarot on it. Oh, and I love this description. It says, the moon represents surrender to darkness. That one's fun. So when it is upright, it's a journey through your shadows, illusions, and profound truths. It's a release, uncertainty, magical creativity, intuition, or a warning. So that one is really varied. It's got a lot going on. And I like the idea of journey through the shadows because that invites a lot of introspection. It invites change. And shadows sound that they can sound kind of negative depending on, I guess, your cultural perspective. But I personally think that shadows can also be your inner experience. It can be traits that you don't necessarily like about yourself. It could be traits that you have experienced in the past, and you're kind of reflecting on that. It's inviting you to reflect more and how you changed. It could be uh, something that encourages you to confront illusions or ideas that you have about the world that are not serving you. Could also be shadows is in, like, the unknown, and that's where some of the mystery and uncertainty comes from. Well, that was fun. I like the moon card. In addition to my new background, link in the description, I've also received a gift. Shout out to Pie Crew for gifting me the a new microphone. That should be coming in soon. Pie Crew said to go get that superior sound quality, and so I will. I really appreciate Pie Crew's generosity and support. I'm excited to get the new microphone and see how the sound quality enhances. In terms of the next month or so, I have been creating scripts, some long, some shorter, to post each day, for videos to post each day, and that has been fun. I've been working on that for a couple of days now. I didn't want to get too far ahead because while I wanted to give myself time to write and edit and post, I also wanted to really challenge myself and give myself the opportunity to grow and see what that does for my creativity, my diligence, and what it does for my channel. I know that a lot of you follow me for blindness related content, and so I'm definitely going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing a video about how to increase accessibility in certain areas. One of them will be about scrapbooking. One of them is going to be about increasing accessibility for your own YouTube videos. And one of them is also going to be about creating, fostering a community through YouTube, which is a very visual, where blind and visually impaired people can feel more welcome, and how to include us in that sense as well. But I'm also focusing on other content that's not blindness related. I'm making more scrapbook content, just generally. I'm focusing on the idea of the fear that the fear and apprehension that can come with starting new hobbies. So I'm creating a video series that's getting into X and feeling X probably. I'll also be I also will be streaming The Veil because we started that the last time I streamed, and it was quite an interesting story. So I wanted to do that a little more. And also be playing some games. I'm not exactly sure what. I might play Date Everything and see how accessible that is. So I'm playing games for fun and content, but also to explore accessibility. How accessible is something for me? How accessible would it be for someone with less vision or no vision at all? And exploring how the accessibility could be improved. I don't necessarily expect game developers to watch this content, but if someone does, I hope you learned something that might help you. I think even just considering how something might be, uh, sorry, had to fix my headphones. I think even just considering how something might increase in accessibility can be helpful. It invites people to think about what is accessible and what is not, maybe something they may not have considered before. It also invites people to allow, I guess, or consider the idea that blind people exist. Unfortunately, we often get ignored, not maliciously, at least not all the time, but sometimes because we are people who require who have different needs, we require accommodations. Sometimes we can be over focused on in an uncomfortable way, or we can be ignored in also an uncomfortable way that locks us out from certain things in society. Or, oh, what happened, Montaigne Wilson? Montaigne Mountain Mission? Hello. Uh, Mission removed their messages. Is everything okay? What is going on, chat? Mission says have a good day, but it looks like they left and deleted some of their a bunch of messages. Maybe I need a moderator. Hello? Is chat okay? I'm not sure what happened. Oh, chat. Alright, chat. If you are still there and you're okay, send a number or an emoji or something so that I can see you? Hmm. Yeah, that's very strange. Well, I hope you're okay, Mission. Anyway, chat is very still right now. So we'll just chill and maybe people will come back. Let me adjust what's my model doing? Okay. I'm still getting the hang of moving around the model on the screen. It can be challenging to puppet a VTube model if you're not used to it, but I am enjoying it so far. Hmm. Hmm. Right now, I'm enjoying some M&Ms that a family member gave me. Yay! Let's talk about my goals for this channel. I'd like to try out my 30-day challenge, but I'd also like to post longer videos. I have a couple in the works, one of which is me reacting to the Dan and Phil Christmas interactive adventure. That one was really fun to record and to experience. I tried to make it more accessible by adding image descriptions as I was watching, so I'm working on that, and it was very cute. I thought it was very cute and creative. Also, I know it is not Christmas any longer, so I'm not sure when I'll be posting it. I might either do something cute like Christmas in July for the Australians out there. I might also do something where I just post it just because and maybe promote it again in December when people are in a Christmassy mood. Or I might wait until next December and share it then. So we'll see. It's also been quite an undertaking in terms of editing because I had to record and then edit all the interactive parts so that the story made sense and was cohesive. I also watched it so I could write down my image descriptions, and I temporarily started my career as a audio describer. Hire me, Netflix. Do it, please. Speaking of Netflix, I'm excited for the Netflix Avatar Last Airbender Season 2 because Toph is going to be in it. I maintain the idea that I wish she had been cast as I wish that a blind actor had been cast as Toph. We do have a blind actor for the new Aang movie to play adult Toph, and that's really exciting. And this actress is actually very well known, got a lot of experience, so that's really exciting to see. When it comes to Toph, in the Netflix show. While I am disappointed and I do maintain everything I have said before about the importance of prioritizing casting blind and visually impaired actors for blind characters, I do appreciate the effort that they seem to be putting into the audio descriptions and this idea of including blind people in general in this process. However, I also looked at the Netflix YouTube channel and I could only really find uh, the one season 2 trailer audio described. And so I was correct in that I didn't believe that they had added any audio described trailers previously. So that would be really nice, whether it includes a blind character or not. Thinking that blind people like to watch shows. You know, we like to watch shows, we like to be included. Um, and we also like to watch trailers to know what the show's about. Sometimes trailers can be a little hard because mm, they they tend to include a lot of different audio with different visuals, so you can't always tell what's going on due to the audio alone. They might also play a lot of music or have a lot of text, and that can be challenging because there's no audio cues to go off of. The speed at which trailers can go is also a little faster than your typical film or typical show. And so for people with low vision or audio or not audio, people with image processing disorders, it can be difficult to track what's going on and understand what is happening in the trailer. Let's check on chat again. Alright, looks like everything's okay. Wait, it says I can put a user in timeout. What? Okay, that sounds ominous, but also kind of cute. I'm not gonna put anybody in timeout. Y'all are chill. It's okay. In other exciting news, I finished writing and planning my VTuber lore. There's gonna be a little bit of lore for this character coming out soon, and of course sprinkled into my videos. And there'll also be more lore to create a bigger, more expansive world around her. My character also probably uses multiple pronouns, he, she, they. So really you can do whatever you want, whatever you feel at the time. I want this character and probably all characters that all the models that I have to have that flexibility. It's also really helpful for artwork and things like that. You don't necessarily have to stay with a certain body type or design or clothing or expression. You could have a little more freedom in that regard. I'm also okay with and even encouraging fan art of my VTuber model. I've also spent a little more time answering questions about blindness and beta reading, and that has been fun. I have a few projects to finish, but they're mostly done, and I'll be opening up my reader slots once again soon. So if you want um, a sensitivity read from me, then you can let me know either in the comments or on my blog. Getting into VTubing is a little different because I feel like we might break containment one day, meaning that not everyone will be supportive or understand either VTubing or blindness in general. I felt a little bit of apprehension when sharing my VTuber endeavors to my blog because most people were there for blindness and writing content. Whereas I also feel apprehensive about VTubing because a lot of people are here for cute anime people, anime related things, aesthetics, maybe some drama, although I'm not that type of channel. Some people do ASMR, but when you think about VTubing, you don't necessarily always think about disability and disability related content. However, that is changing somewhat with creators like Iron Mouse. M&M's. Who wants M&M's, chat? Mm. Mm. Yummy. What do people think of me doing a mukbang? I wouldn't necessarily order a bunch of food or eat a bunch of food, but I could eat on stream. We could eat together. Chat, what is your favorite snack? Because mine right now is M&M's. But I also enjoy other types of chocolate. Now that I've had my snack, I think I'd like to play a game. Okay, let's play The Veil again. Let me pull it up. Okay, last time chat said that they couldn't really hear me. So I'm going to try to move the desktop audio above my microphone. Alright, come on. Maybe I'll lower the volume of the desktop input a little bit. Time to play The Veil. The Veil is an audio-only game designed for blind people. It follows a second-born princess named Alex, who is blind and currently stuck in the wilderness by herself. Oops.
Falling Squirrel and Creative Bites Studios presents The Veil. Press the start button or spacebar to begin. Main menu. Use arrow keys to cycle through the main menu options.
We're gonna continue where we left off last time.
Alex, wake up.
What is it?
Odedin. They've set up camp on the ridge above us. We have to get moving. Follow me. This way. Over here.
POV, you're giving fuck-ass directions to a blind person.
This way. Over here. Over here.
I don't want to move too quickly in case I go past him.
This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here. Over here. This way.
Baby
Over
steps.
here. Over here. This way. Over here.
I can hear a fire crackling.
Over here. This way. Over here.
Looks like he is more to my left.
Over here.
And I can hear the people that
This
we're
way.
running from.
Over here.
Probably not good to go over there.
Over here.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. I thought you were my bestie. You're not very good
This
at
way.
describing.
Over here.
He's just saying over here and this way, but that's a very ambiguous thing to say when you don't have vision.
Over here. This way. Over here.
I'm gonna follow him now. Come on.
Over here. This way. Over here.
I'm on my way, dude.
Over here. This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here. Over here.
Okay, I've been walking for ages.
This way. Over here. Over here.
The sound quality is really good. There's a lot of sounds. There's
This
a
way.
babbling brook, there's a crackling
here.
fire, and distant voices. There's this guy telling me to come over here. And there's the sound of the night, like insects and stuff. So it gives you a nice
Over
visual
here.
with audio. Like an interactive podcast.
This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here.
I don't hear the sounds
here.
of the other party anymore, so that's probably a good sign that I'm going in the correct direction.
This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here. Over here.
Give me a little more than over here,
This way.
Dusty.
Over here. Over here. This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here.
See, now I can hear more of the fire in the river. So I think I'm in the right place again.
This way. Over here.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Help me. Help me,
Over here.
M&Ms. Yummy.
This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here.
I'm trying not to go too fast
here.
because if you pass up the spot where you're supposed to be, they'll continue
This way.
saying
Over
what they're
here.
saying even as you are closer. So there's no way to gauge whether you are not quite there or if you just
Over
pass
here.
it up.
This way. Over here. Over here.
Why are you like this?
This way. Over here.
Or why am I like this, rather? Yes, this is where a cane would also be helpful. But
Over
Alex,
here.
Alex has one, but I don't know if she's still carrying it.
This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here. Over here.
You know what?
Game options menu.
When
Use
life is
arrow
difficult,
keys to cycle through menu options.
start over. Quit the main menu.
Use arrow keys to cycle through the main menu options.
some great lessons here. Just give up and start over. Let's continue again where we were at our initial save point.
Alex, wake up.
What is it?
Odedin. They've set up camp on the ridge above us. We have to get moving. Follow me. This way. Over here. This way. Over here. 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 Over here. This way.
I thought being blind
Over
might
here.
make me good at this game, but apparently not.
Over
So I
here.
feel like it's easier to orient yourself in real life.
This way. Over here. Over here.
Help me out, bestie.
This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here.
We're getting closer to the river now.
Over here. This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here.
Listening because
Over
we
here.
need to sing.
This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here. Over here. This way. Over here. Over here.
just gonna run now. You can tell me what to do.
This way. Over here. Over here.
Another way then. Not this way.
Over here.
Another way then. Not this way.
I can part the
Oh,
sounds like grass.
okay. Ah,
This way. Over here.
okay. Nope. Not this way. Not this way. Nope.
This way.
Okay.
Over here. Over here. It's a raiding party. They supply the horde as it moves. I'm afraid this won't be the last one we run into.
What do you see?
About 10 warriors, in small groups around the clearing. No room to get around. There's no central fire. They probably don't like each other much.
I'll need a shield.
They're
What are you
not
going to do with
besties,
that?
not like us.
Use it if I have to.
For now, I'll try to draw them away. You stay here.
Wait!
I'll come back for you.
My uncle promised me the same thing.
I'm a cunning shepherd. I won't get caught. Son
Oh,
of a
he got
dog.
something over to distract them.
do we have here?
No.
No! Wait!
Fortune shines upon us.
It's the royal brat.
We have our orders. Kill her and bring her to the general.
No!
Oh no. I got knocked out.
Alex, are you listening?
What?
You were off somewhere. I said, I'll draw them away. You wait here.
No. It's not going to work.
How would you know that?
I just do. It's too dark. We'll move together. I'll lead.
Yeah, never
All
split
right.
up.
We'll need to get to the river.
Not bad.
Alright, let's go to the river.
Look what I found.
What is this?
The shield you requested.
Is this a barrel lid?
It suits you. Now keep moving.
You have gained a Tier 1 shield.
Got a shield. This is what I have.
Not bad. What's that?
There's something here that shouldn't be.
That's me. You're not there.
Look what I found.
I blocked it. Oh god, I got injured, I think. Block, block. Block, block, block. Blocked it. Oh. Oof. I missed my sword. Oh, someone got it. I got him.
Ethan, might be the last chance we get for a while. Take that as a reasonable stand. Ethan, might be the last chance we get for a while. Take that as a reasonable stand.
I did it! Now I need to find the river. But I am victorious. And no one can take that away from me. It's much quieter now. Where did my bestie go? Bestie. Can I swim? Wow. I'm just wandering around with my shield. Nobody mess with me.
Take that into the woods next time.
Where did my bestie go? Bestie. 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 Where are you? Well, I think he died. But I didn't, so it's okay.
Might be the last chance to get for a while. Take that into the woods next time.
What are they talking about? What last chance? Traipsing through the forest.
Ita, might be the last chance to get for a while. Take that into the woods next time.
Wonder if they left behind any food. Should eat more M&Ms. I doubt they had M&Ms. So who's the real loser? Double them.
Ita, might be the last chance to get for a while. Take that into the woods next time.
Take that into the woods next time? What did they say? Hello? Should I bash them with my shield?
Another way then. No? Okay. Game options menu. Use arrow keys to cycle through menu option. Main menu. Use arrow keys to cycle through the main menu options.
I'd like to quit for now. Hello, chat. How are we doing? Chat says woo. Doing pretty great. That's awesome. What is your favorite snack? I'm eating M&Ms. What are you eating? And if you're not eating anything, what do you wish you were eating? Ooh. I have some chips and guac right now. That sounds really good. Alright, would you like to continue playing the Veil? Or should I chat some more? Just hang on and chat. I'm playing The Veil. It's an audio-only game designed for blind people. It's about a princess, a second-born princess named Alex, who is not in line for the throne. And when her father dies, her brother takes over the throne, and her father gives her a a villa or some kind of place on her own where she can live and something to call her own, I suppose, since she's not inheriting the throne. Um, she ended up traveling with her uncle, and their carriage got attacked. She woke up later alone and not knowing what happened. Now we progressed to where we've met an ally. We've fought a few people and a few wolves. I was very sad about the wolves. Didn't want to hurt doggies. But we made it. We're alive. And we've been traipsing through the forest with our new companion, Shepherd, ever since. It's our new bestie. So it's a fun game. And it's very accessible because it's audio based. It doesn't require vision. In fact, the tagline says like eyes not required, something like that. The controls are intuitive and pretty accessible as well, in that everything is narrated, and the sound is very nice. Like, it's very immersive. I always hate when I have to kill wolves in a game. Yes. Yes. Oh, I know. I heard them howl, and I should have been scared. And I guess I kind of was, especially if I would be alone in that situation. But I think wolves are cute and fluffy. I mean, that why be furry if not for hugs? And so I waded into the river, and the wolves attacked me for some reason. I still think they wanted hugs, but no, Alex freaked out and started hitting them with her sword, which is not very nice. Yeah, it's sad. More wolves. I love animals in games, especially when I get a cute animal companion. I also love Avatar: The Last Airbender for that reason, because the animals are so diverse, and usually they're cute. Unless they're from the spirit world, then they're quite creepy. But I think that really it works really well. I think my favorite is Appa or Pabu. So Appa, he's big, fluffy, and you can ride him. You can hang out together. Pabu can ride on your shoulder, and he's very fluffy and cute. So that's really nice. Oh, I think Naga might be my favorite Korra's polar bear dog, because I love dogs and I love bears. And the polar bear dog has nice traits from both. She can also ride Naga quite comfortably, since Naga is bigger than a horse, but she looks more comfortable than a horse. Yeah, Appa really is the best. I love his relationship with Aang. It's so sweet. Very sweet. You raise a compelling point. No, that's that's whatever you feel about the Avatar animals is fine. There's no right or wrong, right or wrong one. Uh, they're all great. The turtle ducks are cute. They're tiny turtles and tiny ducks. I love them. I wanted to say thank you for coming to my stream. I really appreciate it. Chat says, when I was a kid, I was anxious for weeks when Aang got separated from Appa. Yeah. Just a moment. Okay, I'm back. There was a volume issue with my dog barking. I was also quite anxious when he lost Abba because not only did he lose a companion, but he also lost a source of like safe travel. So it was quite a scary dynamic for them. But their reunion was so sweet when he says, "I really missed you," and hugs him. Aww. Alright, well, I think today I'll call it. Thank you so much for joining my stream. I typically stream every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, sometimes a little bit earlier. If you enjoyed this stream, please consider subscribing, and I'll probably share a bit more about my upcoming streams and what I intend to do. We're playing The Veil some more, as well as a few other games. I'll also be posting one video every day for the next month, so be on the lookout for those. Alright, thank you so much, everyone. Bye!